Hey, it's 135 the Beat Mommy's new #1 for hip hop, R&B, and the Breakfast Club. Special guest in the building, Dat Boy Funny.
That's a good intro, man.
I mean,
that
I'm
sounds
saying,
good.
man,
huh?
listen, I'll
like
give you the
that.
same intro I'll give
like
everybody,
that.
you know what I'm saying,
Yeah.
that's sitting in that seat, man.
Yeah, that's
For real. Listen, first of all, I got to say, it's really an honor and it's very special to me to have you here.
Yeah.
And I'm going to explain to you why. You know, I felt like radio has not done enough justice for the newer generation. You know what I'm saying? You guys have found your own path, your own audience. You know what I mean? So radio was never like I would say like a thing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, like where maybe comedians or other people before you, all they had, you know, being able to be on the radio was like everything for them. Where with you guys, you have your own audience. You know what I'm saying? With social media.
It's way different.
Yeah, you know, and times are different now. So I love to bridge gaps.
Right.
And have these opportunities where you have your audience, but you can still reach out to another audience in a different type of way.
You bring your audience, you get your audience,
Right,
I bring my audience. You do a lot of audience.
Exactly. So I want to kick things off. First of all, how'd you get the name Dat Boy Funny?
Pretty much the name Dat Boy Funny, I had like different names, so and I think when I created it, I wanted to challenge myself. So with, you know, even it's self-marketing too. Like Dat Boy Funny. Who? Dat Boy Funny. Dat Boy Funny. Like as in me. So and every time I did shows, it was like more so like people that never knew me, they was like, oh, coming up next, Dat Boy Funny. Let's see if he's really funny. I'm like, you ain't have to say all that. Right.
Put the pressure
They
on.
put the pressure. I'm like, I already put the pressure on the name myself.
Right.
So it was more so, I like challenging myself. So
yeah, that's dope.
You know.
It pushes you to keep going further. So let's take it back now, way back. You know, obviously to be in the position that you are in now at a young age, you know, you'd have to been funny from a kid. That's just how it works. You know what I'm saying? Even me being on radio, I was talking shit since I was a kid. You know what I mean? So and now I'm gonna talk more shit as an adult.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But what was that point where you were like, wow, I have something here and I can capitalize on this and make money and live off of this?
It was more so like I always knew what I wanted to do. I always knew my purpose in life, and I just had to see how I attack it. So I was doing videos like I was never like started with the Vine and all that like the other comedians. I was like a late bloomer and all that, but I had my videos already saved in my Android. You know, I had an Android back then, the chocolate phone, the one you flip up and twist. It was the old version, and I had my little brother Lonzo. Shout out to him. He used to always record me every time.
Oh, wow.
Every time.
Got you.
And it was times that he couldn't record me, so I had this tree in the backyard that I know how to angle it, and had this stick. I always like angle it in a way because I ain't really believe in excuses. So I was like, you got to get shot. Whether if it's short to the ground, I'm going to do the video on the ground. Like whatever it take, I'm going to do the video. And it was more so opportunity. All you pretty much need is a phone and Wi-Fi pretty much.
Right.
And I started seeing other comedians like I know back then it was King Karan. He was big too.
Yeah.
He was like the module of the internet. So I started looking at him like, man, I can do the same thing. Oh, he got internet. He got a phone. He got 2 legs. I got 2 legs. Let me go ahead. And it was more so like, you want me to get deep all the way through, or you want me to you want step by step?
Yeah, let's go.
Okay, my left toe went to my right toe. Nah, it was pretty much. It's a long story because when I started, shout out to FAMU. I went to FAMU University, and I dropped out my junior year.
Got you.
And pretty much before that, in school, I graduated with like a 3.9 GPA in high school. My goal wasn't really to go to college, but it was a leeway to leave like my surroundings and my family and all that, because I had a scholarship at Flomo. That was too close to the house.
Right.
My mom would maybe walk to school. I said, nah, I gotta
get away with
I gotta
so
get away.
Close to the house.
I gotta get away. So I went to FAMU. I dropped out in the middle of Spanish class. I already had a ticket, and no one knew except my brother. Shout out Smooth. He was like, what you gonna do with your stuff? What you gonna do with the rent? I said, I don't know, leave it.
Yeah.
I had everything packed. I'm in the middle of Spanish class, and everything we had to say in Spanish, which baño. I ain't say flight or none of that. Right. I said baño. I literally got on the plane with I had $437, and I flew to Cali. Shout out to Clank, Mr. Clank, and he said it was a place for $200 to live, which I ain't believe. I'm like, Cali, there's never place costs $200. Yeah. So when I went there, the place he showed me, they only showed me the front and the backyard. It's nice. They ain't show the inside. If they showed the inside, I would have still been in Spanish class, and I would never say El Bayo. So I would have still been in Spanish class. But I got there, and it was crazy.
Wow.
It was like a 7-bedroom house with like older man. It was like I forgot what type of home it was, but it wasn't a home for me. And it was $200. It was $200 a month, and I paid it on time. But every morning I left. It was crazy. It was
you didn't want to be there.
Yeah, I ain't want to be there. I got on the bus every day, and I came back late every day. And it was a experience. My mom said, "How's Cali?" I said, "It's doing good. You know, good." Because every time I get on my story, I just show Hollywood. I ain't showing that inside of the house. And all my friends, "When you gonna let us come out there and live with you? Visit Cali?" I'm like, "Hold on, man. I'm still getting stuck and getting the furniture together. I ain't got nothing together up there." But I was making the best situation out of that, and pretty much I was a smooth dude too, so easy to get girl. So I had to find a girl with a house because I ain't want to be there.
Right.
So I found a girl with a house. I found a girl with a house. You gotta find a girl with a house. Yeah, I'm in the club looking for a girl with keys. Keys in the car. Yeah. Keys in the car. I finally found. I was getting denied in the club.
Right.
I was getting denied. I ain't never get denied like that until I seen a black woman. I said, "Ooh, you got keys in the car." I said, "Why you asking me that?" I'm just asking if you got keys in the car.
Right.
I got a number. I seen her on the elevator, and before that, it was me and my homeboy Corey, and we had our bags and stuff, and we went to the club. We hid our bags under the trash can, and when we was leaving, we had to go back to the trash can. Then the girl came up to me, "Oh, where y'all going?" I was like, "Man, we finna get ready and go back to the house." So I'm like, "You want me to drop you off?" I'm like, "Yeah." I'm acting like we got to ride, but she ended up taking us, and she got close to the house. I'm like, "Nah, just stop right here. We'll walk the rest." I'm like, "You don't want to break night?" Nah, you can't show that house. It look good on the outside. Don't come in the inside.
Right.
But she shout out to her. She helped me a lot. Her name was Queen. And more so after that, shout out to my brother. He bought my first Honda. I seen one on Facebook Marketplace for about 15, real probably like 14. I talked them down to 1,400. Me and Clank went on the train to get the car. Got it now. I'm talking about, man, I feel like I was in a Maybach with Honda seat belts. It was my first car. My brother gave me that. I was like, "Boy, where you get this money from?" He's like, "Don't worry about it. I just need a car." I don't know. Whatever you did, thank you. I'll pay you back. I got on the Postmates. I started doing Postmates. When I say you can make any money, it's just like Uber Eats. And I was working from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m.
Because you didn't want to be at the house.
Man, I didn't want to be at the house. Right. I'm talking about I was working. I'm talking about, bro, they emailed me to my, "We love you. I love you too." They sent me some email to my, like, it was, on the map. And I had so many points with them. I still got my login.
Wow.
And I was making like almost $4,500 a month.
Wow.
I ain't ever see that before. I'm like $4,500. I'm like, oh, he go to 200. He go to 200. He go to 200 until I started seeing the place. And then I think 2 weeks later, I left the place. We went to another homeboy house, and I think that night I went back to that girl house. I had all my clothes. And I came back to my homeboys because, I was living good over there with them. I came back to my homeboy house, and the next morning the car got stolen.
What?
Yeah.
That's how you made your money.
That's how I was making my money.
Yeah.
And I don't know, back then a lot of people know me for my big red shirt. And my big red shirt was in that car. So I was like, man, I don't care what y'all did to the car. I need that red shirt. I need that red shirt.
My lucky red shirt.
I was doing every video of my red shirt. That was my lucky shirt.
Wow.
And I kept telling my home, I was like, "Man, y'all pranking me. Come on, man. I got to get back to work. It's 7 a.m. I woke up early. I'm trying to get back to Postmate. These people, they miss me. I had loyal customers. They were saying, "Hey, Ken." They were tipping me good. And the police, I called the tow truck, the police, and all that, and they said, "Nah, they ain't see nothing." 3 days later, the tow truck people said they finally found the car, and it had tents on it, which I was happy. I'm like, because I ain't really.
Somebody stole it and slapped tents on it?
They put tents all black around. They had tents on them. And I wanted tents, but I didn't know where to go to get tents. So soon I got in there, I said, "Hey, that's me. I'm the owner of the car." I said, "All right, you can't go back there." I said, "Now you need to check to see if it's my red shirt there." Then they said, "Okay, you got to pay $127." I said, "This is my car. Why I'm paying $127 for? It's my car."
Yeah.
Here go to $127. Got the car. It was some notes and pipes and other stuff. The first thing I did, I opened the trunk, and the red shirt wasn't there. So the car wasn't really the same to me like that no more. So I'm like, damn, I'm riding back thinking about my red shirt. I love the tents on the car, but I'm still thinking about the red shirt. and it wasn't really the same. And pretty much, because before my car got stolen, the time my car got stolen, my mom called me and said, "You okay? You want to come back?" I said, "No, I'm not coming back to Miami.
Right.
I can't. I'm already like, what I'm gonna come back there and do? Because I'm already focused. Like I said, I never believe on giving up and all that.
Right.
So, and my mind was like, one day, I don't know. I knew I was gonna make it, but I didn't know what day.
Right.
It might would have been I'm 31, 35. I don't care what day. 98. I know I'm gonna make it.
Right.
I don't know what day. I said one day I'm gonna make it. So after that, I got the car. Oh, I put all my homeboys on the Postmates. So all of them, I was like taking turns. Like, all right, you get from this time to this time, but tomorrow I'm working from 7 to 7. Y'all go do that. They was Postmate out. I'm calling them, giving them like what a park, or like he go to little certain things, because Cali was always packed. I used to park behind the garbage can, run. He'd get the car, go back, because I was moving fast. I'm talking about I'm beating orders.
Jump on the next one, yeah.
But I was moving fast, and I think what happened? Something happened to the car. Oh, because we moved to another apartment, because we were going from couch to couch. I'm talking about couch to couch, and it was a story. I don't know. You tell the story. What
Listen, we vibing right now. I'm loving
So
all
one of the
this.
stories after that, after the car was, I had to sell a car because it was something with the rent. We didn't have enough money for the rent, so I sold the car. And man only gave me $300 for the car, which I was like, man, this is a Honda, man. This thing tents on it, everything.
But you made so much money off of it anyway, so you probably balanced it out.
So after that, we started moving couch to couch, and we were living with this military. It was a 1-bedroom, and all my homeboys was in there. And he was like, so we just chilling, vibing. And then he came like 3 a.m. He said, "Hey, I need you guys to leave." I'm like, "Whoa, what you mean leave?
Right.
Leave well, it's 3 a.m. I don't know nothing about here. I ain't got my car no more. What to do?" So he was like, "I just had a dream that y'all guys were stealing in my house." I said, "Oh, no, this man lying." He said, "No, I just feel that y'all guys stole in my dream." He said, "Just leave." I said, we all packed our stuff. We went to the lobby, and then like 15 minutes later, he came back down and said, "Yeah, man, it was a dream, man. Y'all just come back up there. Just come back." Yeah. I said, "Yeah, it was a dream." We came back up there literally 7 minutes later. He said, "I just had a dream again. Y'all stole
you gotta
it."
be kidding me.
Man, I put it on everything. I'm like, yo, I said, you know what? I called the girl. I'm like, "Hey, man, look, man, this had a dream, all this. Can you come pick me up?" She an hour away. She came. All our bags down there. So she looking like, you guys want to like drop you off somewhere? I could go back to her house.
Right, but not them.
Because if anything, I got to act like all these my clothes or something. But I was like, damn, if I let all these boys come, they're going to be like, you don't want to be in people's space too much.
Right.
So we found another dude house, which randomly, I don't know, 4 a.m, another friend he hit him up on Facebook and went to another house. So, and then we went in his house. He was a steroid dude. And he was always trying to get us to do steroids, and it was weird.
Right.
I was like, I can't be in there. I'm like, nah. If I had my car, I would have been sitting in my car every morning. But we moved from there and finally got our place. And after we got our place in Cali, it was like 5 of us. So everybody's 2 bedrooms, 1 kitchen and living room. Me and Clint, I got the couch because I ain't trying to pay for none of that. And my homeboy was paying $400 and the other room was $500.
Right.
The couch was like $150.
Right.
So it was so funny because every time my homeboys and brought a girl, girls want to go to the couch first. They don't want to go straight to the room. So he's like, "Hey, I don't want to go in your room. Let's go to this our room. She can't be over here. You should have gave me the room. I'm gonna charge you. She in our room. This our room. The couch. You should have said you wanted the couch. You gonna give me the room or what?" Man, y'all talking about every time I had someone come over, she came straight to the couch. Like, "You such a gentleman. You don't even know I ain't got a room. You don't even know I ain't got a room." Well, yeah, it was so funny with them days. But after that, it was just times when the rent was coming back, and I started making a decision I told my homeboys, like, "Man, I gotta go to Atlanta." I think some just keep telling me go to Atlanta, and it was that calling, like, "Man, just go to Atlanta." And I was like, "Man, you should just stay." I was like, "Bro, it's not working. I gotta go. I gotta go. I gotta." At this point, it's getting a little personal. Let's all go. We could just try to make a way, but a lot of them didn't come. I was the only one that left.
Wow.
And it was a little,
Did you have something set up in Atlanta, or was it
Fats the barber. He was already.
Okay.
He was set up with. He wasn't set up really. He was still living with his girl. Gotcha. So I had to sneak and live with his girl. It's another sneaky situation. I landed and I went to their house, and I'm thinking it's good. I'm like, "Oh yeah, nice house, boy. You okay? You doing good out here?" I got all my clothes. I went in there. He talking about, you gotta hide. What you mean I gotta hide? So the whole time for 3 days straight, I had to hide on the bed, but on like the bed right here, but it's like an extra little corner. So I'm over there hiding every time. Him and his girl, she with it until he finally went to work, and his her mom came and said, who is you? I was like, oh, I'm Fat's friend. What's going on? You're all in my house. I'm like, look, man, I don't know nothing. He just said I can stay right here in this corner. He didn't tell me that. To my, nah, you got to get your stuff and get out. So I had to get all my stuff, and I went to the barbershop with all my clothes.
Wow.
And then they had to explain, like, oh, he want to stay here. But I think she let me stay there for like 2 weeks, and then I had to go to another homeboy house. He was in the hood.
Mm-hmm.
I'm talking about the hood. He talking about, yeah, man, it's all right, man. They just be shooting a little bit. I'm like, what?
They just be
shooting a little bit. I'm like, shooting? Like, what area do they shoot by the house? Because I was so scared to sleep on his couch. I was like, the couch was right there, and I went to the floor. Like, I don't know if the couch was going to protect me, but it was Atlanta, some hood, and it was a crazy experience trying to just protecting myself and trying to understand. And
so did you hear like the gunshots? Was it really that crazy?
Nah, I ain't really. I mean, I heard them down the street, like not every time, but it was like all it take is one.
Right.
Yeah. All it take is one. Like they be shooting over here. All it take is one. So I'm pretty much like, yeah, they be shooting over here. So I ain't invite nobody over there. It's like I'm on the couch and it's the hood. It was hard to do videos over there, so I had a little break from videos, but I was making the best situation. I went to the backyard where it's like, get in and get out. And
so what was that with all of that? And thank you. First of all, I want to thank you so much for sharing the stories, because a part of like my mission is that people will look at you now. Yeah. They'll see all your followers. They'll see everything. They'll see, your chain of this, and they'll be like, oh, I want to. They don't understand the process or the struggle or all the crazy stuff you had to go through to get to even that point. And I know you're gonna go further and you want to go further, but just even to get to where you are now, all the things you had to go through. So thanks for sharing that. What was that one? Do you remember the one video or the one point where just it really changed the dynamic of everything in your life, where you really started, money started making, you were able to kind of just live totally on what you were doing?
The one video I'll say that brought attention, or like the big spark, or the money.
You can say the attention and then the money.
The one, of course, was the Big Boy on the Roof. That was after, but before that was I had a character called Kill 'Em for Free, and it was like I did Making My Way Through the Hood. It's the song. What's the song with the Making My Way Through the? It's something. What's the name of the Mighty Cyrus?
Yeah, Mighty Cyrus.
Yeah. No, it ain't no Mighty Cyrus.
So just say it. Who is it? You remember? Yeah.
I know the instrumental.
Vanessa Hudgens?
No.
I don't know.
What's the? I know the instrumental.
Yeah.
I did a remix of that.
Vanessa Carlton?
That's a nice name.
All right, thanks.
Yeah, that's a nice name. Vanessa Carlton. Yeah, that was a video, and that was actually when I was in FAMU.
Oh, wow.
It sparked at FAMU. Oh, well, how I grew my fan base at FAMU was, I didn't really have no money like that, but it was the library, which I printed out a whole bunch of Follow That Boy Funny. I printed out like about 700 copies of that, like little squares.
Yeah.
I had to do black and white because it was free. I didn't do no color. Like, we don't need no color. All they need to see is the words. Me and Clank again, he came to Tallahassee. We passed them out to everybody. I'm talking about every time I seen somebody, I would pass them out.
Yeah.
Here you go. I think I gained, out of 700, I think I gained like 89, 90 followers, but it was real,
Right,
But that was the video that sparked that fan base, and every time I started going around college, it was like, oh, what's up? Well, I like the last video. Wait till you see the one tomorrow. I'm doing another one. Now all the students wanted to start, it started coping towards me and all that, and I had my first comedy show there. That sparked that fan base too. That was another thing that sparked the fan base, which everybody came out. I'm talking about my teachers, my Spanish teachers.
Get out of here.
Everybody. I think they came to see me, like to see if I was going to do bad, so it was more so like that. And then I'm talking about everybody. I ain't expect.
So talk about that, because that's two different worlds, right? Because there's one thing with doing the skits and stuff like that. You get to try it again and you know,
Yeah.
try to get it perfect and stuff like that before you present it.
Right.
And then doing an actual comedy show where you're standing up
Yeah.
for a certain amount of time and you got to be funny right through. What was the like? How was that process for you?
The stand up and the skits is way different because, like you said, you get to prepare. You get to, that ain't good. Let me chop this down.
Mm-hmm.
The stand up, they right there.
Right.
It's silence. It ain't like performing a song. It's way different. You gotta expect people coming with different personalities. Some people mad. Some people want to hurt themselves. Some people ready to laugh. Some people not trying to laugh.
Yeah.
So you gotta know how to pretty much work the stage pretty much, and it's challenging though. It was my first stand up. I thought I expected 5 people. But it was like 2,000 people. I'm talking about everybody came. I had to do good. Well, even do decent because I was gonna transfer. Either I was gonna transfer, or I would have found a different route to each class, like hide behind the bushes going to class.
Right. Ducking.
Ducking. Because I know. I said that I gotta do good. Class was the next day, so it was a good experience because it really put that pressure out on me. And with stand up, it's more so. You just got to know the crowd, and pretty much it's consistency, and you just got to believe. Just tell yourself you're funny and knowing what to talk about, because sometimes you can have some stuff written and got nothing to do with the crowd. You got to switch it all over. It's a whole, you got stuff for older church people. It's teenagers in there tonight, like tonight. And I'll say just, I was like facing like trying to create jokes instead of pretty much doing what I do with the videos, like about past events and stuff I've been through. So it's like when you create jokes, it's like, let me create this, and then you got to remember. Versus what you go through, you ain't gonna ever forget. So I just try to tie that with the comedy, and pretty much everything is just a reminder. And with the stand up I like it though. It's you got to be versatile. You got to one day you got to transfer over towards that, because you know people can always say, oh man, you can do this on this, but can you do it in real life?
Facts.
So
it's so crazy because I've been kind of dabbling in it myself. So like even this weekend, Marlon Wayans is at the Improv in Dania, and I'm gonna open for him.
Oh no!
Yeah. The late show Friday. So I gotta have 5 minutes. Though.
5 minutes. That's all I need.
Let's be clear. I got a
hot 5 minutes. I got 5 minutes. Hey.
But 5 minutes is still a lot.
It is crazy.
You can't sleep on that.
Yeah.
But just based on the same thing, like doing radio, and then when I host a lot of concerts, what sparked it for me is that. When you go through the band change and concerts and stuff like that, sometimes we're like, we need 20 more minutes, or the artist is running late. So sometimes I'll be in front of 10,000 people. They want to see the artist.
They really want to see the artist. Yeah.
They're not here for my comedy show.
We got to listen, but we wait for him.
You know what I'm saying? They're not here to hear me joke, but I would make it work.
Yeah, it's an opportunity.
You know what I mean? It was an opportunity. So I was doing things where I would either work with the DJ and do some stuff to make them remember and laugh and stuff like that, and do a couple little things. But I never took it seriously. It was just like, it was within the scope of me hosting. You know what I mean? It was just like, well, I'm just a funny host.
Right.
You know what I mean? And then I started really doing well with like more the Caribbean stuff, because that's my background. So I was hosting like Major Hype and, and other Caribbean comedians. And in those arenas, I would do very, very well. Because it's just talking about old Caribbean stuff that we all been through. Yeah, like how we grew up and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So this is more of a challenge for me where like, like you're saying, you don't know what kind of audience you get.
You don't know.
You don't know what kind of audience. But I'm into challenges just like you. I get bored easy.
Yeah. Mine always moving,
So you know what I mean? So now at this stage, and again, that next layer of when you pop, now to like where you are right now in your career, are you satisfied, and where do you see yourself, in this position of like comedy and what you're doing, and then from that point, where do you see yourself going?
Yeah, well, I don't think I'm gonna ever be satisfied, pretty much, because, like I said, I always have goals, and like I always say to myself, my goal is to have another goal to beat that goal. So when I finish with that goal, I got another goal. So where you gonna go? We got more goals. So it's I ain't never, because it's pretty much just like, I love doing it before the money. So you got to love it before the money, and that's all I know. My plan B is, hey, you want to get a plan B pill, you should never did it in the first place. But I got a lot of stuff, because a lot of people think like when they see you, like you said, they think you got a big machine sometimes, but you still got to know how to make it look good. Because it was times when I had to act like my manager. I just changed my voice.
Right.
You know, I be emailing myself. I be almost that boy funny said he was. I was like,
Right.
you don't know you emailing me. You're like, what's your manager number? I get my number. Chamber. Yeah, what's up? Yeah, he said he got. You say you busy? Yeah, I'm saying I'm busy over there. I know how to do it. I've been doing it so long. But it's pretty much. I always, like I said, I ain't never had no excuses, but I always make stuff happen. And my next thing I'm trying to do more so is like people always see me on the 1 minute skits. I'm trying to get towards the movies that I've been writing for over 4 years. I got some good ideas and good lines that you know.
So you think you might have to go back to the West Side to deal with that, or you're gonna try to do it from Atlanta?
Nah, we here. Everything with this generation, you know, and this time of day is more so, you know, creating your own. And they said there's a lot of things going on with the writer's block and all that.
Yeah, that's true too. And then you got Tubi.
Yeah, Tubi. I was about to say that everybody in Tubi, everything. But you just make it happen. It's like you can't.
BT Awards need to create a category for Tubi at this point.
Tubi gonna get somebody out of Tubi. A Tubi character gonna get a Grammy.
For real, man. It's true. Like you know, you're right. You could be in any space at this point and create. So that's really dope. Personal question based on, and when I say personal, not in your business personal, but based on what you do. Like, so when I would watch your you know, some of your skits, do you have like a cast of women that you choose from to get involved? Because a lot of times when I first started seeing a lot of the skits, it'll be a lot of couples, right?
Yeah.
It'll be like people working with their girlfriend because they're together all the time and they make the money together,
right?
Which is cool. I thought it was that way with you at first, but then I started seeing it.
Yeah.
So I'm like, well, I
said,
so I was like, okay. I mean, I don't know this man's personal business, but it seems like you got a few situations going on here, you know?
You gotta keep the people attention, man.
Yeah.
You know you gotta keep it. I mean, I did have a girl, but before I was rarely doing anything with women.
Right.
But I know sometimes you gotta incorporate the women because people like to. Sometimes they ain't trying to see you. They like you got their attention. Like, stay in front of me, move this left, move right, move left. They gonna keep watching. They gonna get the watch time. But yeah, I'm back single. So you know why not? Just keep looking nice, looking women in there. You know, I ain't really put too many, but I got a few of them.
Yeah. No, I've been watching. And I don't watch for that, but sometimes I'm just saying I watch to see what you're gonna do and stuff like that. But you know, sometimes when you're telling certain stories, you need another person.
Yeah.
It better depicts what you're trying to get to. You know what I'm saying?
Because a lot of them like pretty much I got a list waiting to be in more of my skits because a lot of them respect me because I don't do anything too sexual and all that because I don't really perceive that in a woman. Like I got to do something about the booty and all that just to, you know, because I don't never look at it like that. And a lot of them get them like ask me to be in it because my ideas is still like it fluctuate off of both of us. Like, okay, I'm a direct, because some of them don't know how to act, but I say, look, all you gotta do is this, do this. Pretty much, I'm gonna do the face expression, you do this, sit there, you don't know how to act. We could do a video of you not acting.
Right.
Yeah, so
that's creative, man.
I gotta, and when I do build my, shout out to Funny and T, that's my, I put the Ben mention it on Funny and T, and I really want to work with more women though. I think I want like a nice team of women.
So how do they sign up, or how do they get in touch with you to show interest?
My brother, you know, he the contact Smooth, or me. I change my voice.
So
like
you
I
got
said,
a real manager now.
Yeah,
your brother,
my brother. Yeah, I change my voice too. Just in case if he busy, I change my voice. I change my voice. I got a Spanish boy, black boy. What voice you want? Got my lawyer too. I change my voice.
That's beautiful, man.
Yeah.
Well, listen, man. I just wanted to, just let you know that you deserve to be here. I'm very proud of you, brother.
I appreciate you.
I've been watching and paying attention, and I'm just impressed, and I just want to see the continuous growth with you, man. You know what I'm saying? Definitely a fan and definitely proud of you, brother.
Appreciate that.
For real.
Like
Do you ever think about moving back to Miami at all?
Yeah, I'm actually ever since I left my family, because I'm still a family person. So like I took the initiative to leave I felt like a lion when I left. I said, look, I gotta go handle this and come back. So there's always times where Because even when I did family videos, a lot of people still don't know my family. When they see my dad, it actually went crazy. I'm like, damn, you look just like, I'm like, he my dad.
Right.
You supposed to look like me. But my family funny, so I want to pretty much move. I think I'm gonna be more so in this area, like Pamberg, Fort Lauderdale, all that area.
Right.
Still be a little bit out of town, but like, nah, I'm out of town still. But I want to move. I want to move back in a way. I just wanted to build that structure towards that because I really want to bring that entertainment towards the South and all that. And because there's some funny people down here that's unknown. A lot of people know it for speed only in football, but nah, there's some funny people.
There is.
There's a lot of funny.
There is, man. There is, man. Well, keep up the great works. Funny ENT, man. I can't wait to continue to see that explode and continue to do some amazing things. Feel free to let people know how they can contact you, how they can follow you, and also anything you got coming up in the near future.
That Boy Funny on all platforms. ThatBoyFunny. It's on Facebook, Twitter, Threads, TikTok, Cash App. You got Cash App going. And we got some tour coming up too soon.
Nice.
And shout out to I don't know if it's gonna premiere anytime, but Wildin' Out. If y'all stay tuned to Wildin' Out, I'm on there. Me and Faster Barber.
Oh, nice.
Man, I forgot to mention Wildin' Out. It was a good experience. Shout out to Nick Cannon for seeing the talent and giving us a chance. And that's dope. A lot of networking on that show.
That's beautiful, man. That's gonna be a great look for you.
Yeah.
It's gonna be. I can't wait. You know when it's coming out?
Oh, actually tonight. Yeah, I just posted
You're
it.
kidding me.
Tonight. Yeah, me and
wow.
Fat,
Oh, wow. Yeah. Okay, so we got to check that out.
Yeah, I'm going to check it out.
Congrats,
too.
brother.
Yeah,
man. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
That Boy Funny in the building. Appreciate you, my brother.
Appreciate you. Fine, I finally let the camera.